All right, what's going on, guys? I hope everybody had or is having a great day. I've brought up centralized versus decentralized exchanges. That video is actually popping up right now if you want to check it out. Obviously, we do want to move towards a decentralized exchange model because of the security flaws that are in the centralized exchanges at the moment. But one idea that is coming to fruition is actually a hybrid between centralized and decentralized exchanges, as this article from Hacker Noon actually gets into. It actually is something that I believe a few exchanges already are doing. It's basically you still hold your private keys to your wallet, but you then allow the exchange to trade the funds. So they're not really mainstream centralized exchanges. Obviously, have the speed and the liquidity in order to fill orders quickly. But this article gets into how the hybrid exchange model could actually move forward as a bridge between the fully decentralized exchanges that we'll hopefully get to once we have better layer 2 solutions or layer 1 revamps like what's happening with Ethereum happen and actually make full decentralized exchanges more of a reality. So I'm going to just go ahead and jump into the article. Cryptocurrency exchanges are notorious for their fragility. They are targets of constant scrutiny and animosity from all sectors. They have directly or indirectly caused traders to lose billions of dollars. Hackers have broken into exchanges like the iconic Mt. Gox ever since they first appeared. They are pregnant honeypots of unguarded financial data, easily spotted by nefarious actors and readily broken into. Until they achieve more stalwart security, centralized exchanges will be perpetual targets. Ironically, they will likely always be insecure as a result of being centralized, unless they pay big to protect their servers. Of course, the crypto community senses the irony. They know Satoshi Nakamoto's modus operandi was to provide people with a way to avoid the middleman. This was Satoshi's enduring vision, or I'm sorry, this was Satoshi's enduring ideal or vision. It's ultimately to undermine trusted third parties and free the user from giving random individuals unlimited access to his data. And this is obviously one of the main points of crypto. The centralized exchanges merely brought people back to the old paradigm. Users must entrust the exchange with their private keys and expect the exchange to protect them. For many people in the crypto space, this idea is antiquated and backwards. It's on par with getting back into the legacy financial system and entrusting a centralized entity, like a bank, to protect their personal assets. In sync with Satoshi's vision, solutions to the problems of centralization have already begun to multiply. In order to solve the problems of security as well as problems of trust, visionaries in the space started talking about decentralized exchanges. They wondered if it was possible to create an exchange without a central point of failure, without an architecture of vulnerability. So developers began experimenting with these types of platforms. The BISC network was one such protocol, among others like the Kyber network. But these decentralized protocols had their own downsides. The technology was too slow and cumbersome. Where the centralized platforms may have possessed weak security, they excelled at having good latency, liquidity, speed, and scalability. The centralized platforms could grow with their user base, allow for high-frequency trading, and make certain they evolved alongside user adoption. To the contrary, the decentralized exchanges required traders to use the platform simultaneously to make an exchange, such as on the BISC network, which was a sticky wicket. They could also not readily scale or meet the speed requirements of modern crypto trading. This led developers to think another way about the problem. What if they combined the best of both worlds, the best of centralized and decentralized platforms? What if they merged solutions and created hybridized exchanges or HEXs? Without a doubt, the HEX model of cryptocurrency exchanges seemed like the perfect solution. Hybrid exchanges represent a way to protect trader money and provides speed and scalability. On the hybridized platform, a user will eventually be able to maintain their private keys, yet also continue to trade at light speed. Hybrid exchanges are still in the embryonic state. They're still in the embryonic state, though. They are not quite functional, and their usability remains to be seen. Nonetheless, the fact that users will eventually be able to maintain their private keys means the platforms will be more anti-fragile while also lending credence to Satoshi's ideal. Currently, like traditional exchanges, keys will be stored on cold wallets until the next version of the platform emerges. And that's a callback to obviously everybody should be storing their crypto on a cold wallet, hardware wallet, offline, and only have crypto on exchanges if you need to make any trades or convert anything to fiat or stablecoin. To ensure this ideal and maintain trustlessness, a hybrid exchange called CoreX promises to provide users with auditing features. According to a Decenter article, they promise that the exchange will provide its users with all the necessary information, namely quarterly reports, results of audits conducted by one of the top 4 global auditing companies, and reports on the operation of the system from an independent commission. That's still not good enough, in my opinion. Hybrid platform CoinCasso directly allows users to keep their private keys. Their website says the CoinCasso platform features high safety because we do not hold client funds in their own accounts and they are not exposed. It should be noticed that exchanges in the top 50 possess this approach. I think that this is not worded correctly. I almost think it should say it should be noticed that exchanges in the top 50 do not possess this approach. I don't know many exchanges in the top 50 that don't hold the funds. The CEO of CoinCasso, Luke Ozimski, also noted that through the hybrid model approach, they are able to share their profits with the community. The goal of the company is to create a community with which we will share up to 80% of our profits. Since the inception of CoinCasso in May 2018, we organize and appear at events, explain to the public how the CoinCasso exchange operates, building a network of contacts and followers. Before the end of sales, the owners of tokens will be able to participate in the development of the project by making decisions that affect the operation of the platform, and they receive bonuses. And for this, they receive bonuses. This ability to share profits with the community is not a typical component of centralized exchanges. Therefore, it also contributes to Satoshi's vision of creating not only trustless platforms, but empowering the communities that drive those platforms. The Decenter article explained the ultimate goal of these hybrid programs. Hybrid exchanges should be the golden mean that will unite the advantages of a centralized exchange, such a cooperation with large investors and the trust of many users with the advantages of a decentralized exchange, such as reliable storage and the absence of subordination to a higher authority. The hybrid cryptocurrency exchange indeed appears poised to take a dominant position in the community. Certainly, hybrid models still suffer from weaknesses. They are imperfect. Some of the most hardcore crypto lovers decry hybridized exchanges because they store user data and abide by government regulations. They still apply know your customer and anti-money laundering to their customers. This means, in theory, governments can go after people due to this centralized database of user information. Even with this downside, hybrid exchanges marry the best of two worlds, decentralized and centralized. They allow people to protect their assets while they trade at light speed. No longer does a trader have to wake up in the morning to realize millions of their dollars have evaporated. They can also conduct peer-to-peer transactions without being impeded on by anyone outside the scope of that trade. This is an amazing turn of events, and I believe it represents the beginning of salvaging Satoshi's ideal. Centralized exchanges have made cryptocurrency look like nothing but a pirate's cove of stolen loot. This has led people to erroneously believe everything in crypto is a scam. Therefore, until the technical problems with decentralized exchanges become resolved, hybrid exchanges appear to be on the cusp of revolutionizing crypto trading and further legitimizing the cryptocurrency industry. Now people can have their cake and eat it too. They can use a crypto exchange while not having to rely on those wily and evil trusted third parties. A new crypto era is emerging. I kind of agree with the author. I actually think that Satoshi's ideal is a decentralized exchange. It's obviously there is going to be a lot of pushback. One of the benefits to people, but one of the drawbacks to governments and other agencies that want to tax people is that a fully decentralized exchange is going to be at least pseudo-anonymous, if not fully anonymous. But these hybrid exchanges will, they will apply Know Your Customer KYC and anti-money laundering AML. So it could be a hybrid model for decentralized, hybrid decentralized centralized exchange could be marrying and finding a halfway point between the two, between a centralized and decentralized exchange, especially when it comes to the pressure that may come down from regulators. But there's also no way of really stopping a decentralized exchange once it's up. I mean, it's decentralized by its nature, by it being built on a decentralized platform. So I don't even see, especially once atomic swaps are allowed and we have easy transfers between different cryptos, and we have these decentralized exchanges up and running, I really don't see a way to stop them. We might see these hybrid exchanges pop up in the meantime, but we already are getting there with decentralized exchanges, even on the current, I would say, Ethereum platform that isn't fast by any means. We do have platforms like Kyber and other decentralized exchanges, which are working, that do have liquidity and can allow trades to happen for the most part. So I really, if they're at the beginning stages for these hybrid exchanges, I'm not sure if they're going to be something that will be ready in time for basically when the decentralized exchanges will be ready. But I thought it was a pretty interesting turn of events, as far as I wasn't very aware of these the hybridization of the cryptocurrency exchanges. But the article, link to the article will be in the description. Please like, subscribe, check out some other the videos that I got. I got a lot on a lot of different topics, so check them out. That's all I got. Have a good one. Thank you.